Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, 8. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Haloti Ngata able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Foles. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Foles. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And on second and 10 now. Here's Foles. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. Third down here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
He'll drop to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Defense showing blitz. They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Cliff Averill in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to fourth down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson. David Johnson on his way. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. Logan, the rookie, his first carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. Look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He'll look to throw. Right side complete to Butler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Sidney Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They run again with Logan. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Looking to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Ajayi. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
This is Logan. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. They'll throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Andy Lee, 3-time All-Pro, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll throw now on the final play. Pushing his way through. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They run again with Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And Jeffrey's got it. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They run with Logan. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Patriot. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know one adage that actually held up last year. Age is just a number. And I'm talking about Larry Fitzgerald. 33 years old, led the NFL in receptions with 107.
3rd oldest guy to lead the NFL in receptions. 2 guys did it at age 34, Jerry Rice and MacArthur Lane. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to throw here. And now another one.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because you end up going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Sproles. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. No, check. All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
No, check, Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. No, check, Patriot. All right, here we go. Leopard. Gun.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is... Here's Andy Lee now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on the 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here's Ajayi, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run for it with Ajayi. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Set! Boom! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
This is Ajayi. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 2nd down now after the sack.
Detroit now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Benson Mayowa in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Benson Mayowa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lucky 56. Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Check safety. Here we go now. 3-9-2.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Sliding it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Golden in there to get him for a loss of 5. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it here with Logan. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now, Charles, it's great to...